Hello everyone, exciting day. I've just got this new torch from downstairs, the Mateminco FT01. I think this is going to be an exciting review because for me anyway, I'm always quite keen to try out a new flashlight that's significantly different from the previous ones that I've reviewed in the past. And this is the Mateminco FT01 sent to me by Nealsgadgets. Thank you, Neil. And you can see here it comes in the silver. There's a few different versions of this flashlight, but I had the silver one sent to me, and comes with the 519A, Nichia 519A in 5700K. So it's on the cool end, but the great thing about these Nichia 519As is that they have a great color rendering index, usually 95 to 97 and above. So they are actually suitable for professional usage when you have to identify colors very well. So the reason why I say this is quite an interesting light is that apparently this can be turned into a lamp as well. So, simple box. I like the box, and, quite a clean design. Let's open it up and see what's inside. So here we go, bit of foam. Instruction manual, a little bit tricky to see it at the moment because I've got the light directly above. But you've got some instructions here just on how the UI works, a bit of diagram for the body. Got some stats here as well on the modes. So close that up, have a read of it later. And here we have the flashlight itself. Now look at that. I'm going to take this off and have a look at the light. And this is really quite a unique design. Check that out. Wow. What a beautiful design. The machining of it, it's just quite different and unique. This almost looks like a nut or something like that here that you could use, get a wrench on or something. But you've got a little spinny tail clip there that you could probably attach a lanyard. Got the clicky on the end. The Mateminco FT01. And look at that reflector. That's really cool. It's like orange peel, but it's an interesting shape. It's quite a big head. It's like a mini, it reminds me of those old-fashioned torches that you'd get back in the 90s that had those larger heads. Just like a mini version of that, but really nice machining. Wow. Let's see what else gets included in the box. So we've got, in here, we've got probably the lanyard and some spare O-rings. Just open this up. So we've got the lanyard. Oops. Oh, we've got a clip. And what else is in here? Got an O-ring. Spare O-ring. So I'm assuming this clip goes... Where does this go? Maybe here. Oh, here we go. I thought it might go underneath the tail cap, but... wow. Fantastic. This little spinny design on the end is quite different. I've not seen anything like that before. I wonder if it's made of... It looks like it could be made of copper or probably brass of some sort. But it's a nice little highlight with the silver. And you've got this Mateminco lanyard. It's a nice one as well. You've got it's adjustable and it locks in place. Put that on a bit later. But this is the interesting thing. Let me move this out of the way. There's a couple of O-rings. See if there's anything else in here. Doesn't look like there's anything else in the box really. There's just a little, what's this here? I don't know, quality control sticker or something. Sometimes there's bits and pieces hiding underneath. So we'll move this out of the way. So these are the other two bits that were included in the box. And this is something I've not seen before in a flashlight, but apparently we can just attach it on like that. One of the top and the bottom. And you've got, it's kind of difficult to see, but you've got a nice little, almost vintage style lamp that you could put next to you on the bed or something like that. So that's a really cool little design. And let me see if it comes with a battery. I think my one should come with one. I did request. Okay, great. It does come with a cell in here. Vape cell H10. Okay, great. And 10 amps, got a 10 amp discharge, continuous discharge INR 14500 cell. It's like the same size as a AA cell. Okay, screw that back on. It did turn on for a moment. Let me just see if we can get that screwed on a bit better. Let me see what it looks like with this lamp on. Okay, look at that. Drop the light a bit. And amazing little thing. Look at that. This is something I really can imagine using next to me on the bedside table, or yeah, just, you know, even camping or something like that. You can bring that along and use it as a makeshift lamp. So definitely quite unique, and something that you don't see so often with many flashlight manufacturers. So all in all, I'm very impressed with this flashlight so far, and I'm curious to see the throw figures on it, how it performs, and just how to use the UI properly. Doesn't look like I can take... Oh yeah, you can unscrew the head actually. I'm not going to do that because I got all kinds of dust under one of my flashlights, so I got too enthusiastic and wanted to see what was under there. But so far, this looks fantastic. Looks like you could have a little section here that you could engrave your name or something as well. So I'm going to use this flashlight for about a week, and also take some measurements on my Opal Lightmaster Pro and check out the throw figures, do some beam shots, and when I get back, I'll give you my final thoughts and observations. Moonlight mode. I cannot really see it at all out here. I can see it with the naked eye, but on the camera, X mode. Turbo now, which is a step above, a little bit brighter than the high. Really significant throw on this little flashlight. FT01 turbo. Decent throw and quite a lot of flood. Moonlight, low, medium, high, and turbo. FT01, low, medium, high, and turbo. Alright everyone, I've used this flashlight, the FT01, for just over a week now, and I want to talk to you about some of my observations, some of my things that I've seen, I guess, over using this flashlight for over a week, and hopefully this is going to help you decide whether it's right for your circumstances. So firstly, we'll start with the overall build quality and assembly. So I might have mentioned this before, but I'm very impressed with the overall build quality. I mean, as you can see, I've got the aluminium version with a brass ring at the end. The machining is just fantastic and quite unique. There's these little dimples here. Looks like a kind of a pattern here that you could put a spanner or something like that, a wrench in there. It's just these little details that I like so much. It kind of got this retro feel to it. And it also feels like there's a clear coat over the aluminium, but I'm not sure. I think there might be because, just for example, unscrewing the tail end of the flashlight, it just feels too smooth and there's not really much lube or any lube on there at all, as far as I can tell. So I think there's got to be some type of coating on the outside, otherwise that would feel a bit more scratchy. So very easy to take on and off that tail cap. Very easily disassembled as well. So you can take off this little thing on the back here. It's like a little ring, and then you can take off that there. You can take off the tail cap. You can take off the head as well and get underneath the reflector and change that LED even if you want to, which is a good thing, especially for those of you who like tinkering. So I like how modular this is and that nothing is really sealed up. In terms of the LED, the lens, bezel, and the reflector, mine actually arrived with the Nichia 519A LED in 5000K. It's one of my most favorite LEDs just because it's got a high color rendering index, great for identifying colors for professional purposes as well. Mine comes in 5000K, which also produces more lumens than the warmer iterations of this LED. Another thing to keep in mind is that you can also get this light with an SFN43 LED. That version is, significantly cheaper. I think it's about $10 or $20 cheaper than this one that I have here. So it might be a consideration, but that LED has more of a cooler tint and a lower color rendering index. So something to keep in mind, though it's capable, I think, of actually producing more lumens. I don't know if it does produce more lumens in this particular flashlight, but that's the reason why I prefer having, the 519A LED. I think I'm not looking for something that pumps out a huge amount of lumens considering the size of this flashlight. I'm just looking for more quality and consistent performance. I'll also add some links down in the description to Nealsgadgets so that you can compare and check both of these versions out for yourself. You can see here it's got that usual AR anti-reflective glass, which is pretty standard for the industry. There's no dust underneath. I think that's a really nice thing as well. It really bugs me when I see that there, sometimes a little bit of dust underneath the bezel. It's almost impossible to get rid of it, and almost causes more of a problem when you unscrew it. So the bezel, can be unscrewed easily, as I said before. There's an O-ring underneath as well, so there is a degree of water resistance. The reflector is really interesting. You might, be already noticing it on the camera. But it's unlike any other reflector I've seen before. There are 3 steps that result in this nice sort of throwy, floody combination. So yeah, I don't know. You can see how it just sort of steps up from the LED in these kind of circular trays. I don't know how to describe it. Any other way to describe it really, but again, I think it just aids in that smooth transition from spot to flood. In terms of the size, it's 98.5 millimeters long. The bezel is 43.5 millimeters in diameter, and the body, that's the battery tube, is 22 millimeters. So quite a large difference between the battery tube and the head. It's an unusual kind of design. And usually with the head of this size, you'd have a larger sort of battery in there. But Mateminco have created something quite unique here in this particular model. Here I've got some comparisons between some other flashlights I have, And these are some of the smaller flashlights, the 18650 lights that I have. And you can see that the barrel's a little bit thicker than this one here, which runs a 14500 cell. But the head, I mean, if you just compare the size of these heads, I mean, it's enormous. I mean, if you look at this one, it's even larger than the Sofern IF22A. And here I've got a C8. I mean, I think it pretty much rivals that C8 in terms of the diameter of the head. I mean, it's not as, it's quite a shallow sort of reflector, but you can see what I mean by the uniqueness of this flashlight. So you can see here the light comes with this little clip on the side, allows you to carry it in your pocket with the head facing up. It's going to be very difficult, especially if you're wearing jeans, to plunk this thing down in your pocket. It's going to be a bit uncomfortable with this head on. So kind of like the IF22A, I just carried it with the head facing up, or I just put it into a hoodie pocket or something like that, even my backpack. But yeah, again, you'd be okay if you have some baggy jeans, maybe some trackies, pocketing it with the head down. But yeah, if you're wearing fitted jeans or anything like that, you're really not going to be able to fit this into your pocket comfortably. All right, so I want to talk a bit about the user interface, the modes on this flashlight, just how you use it in general. I've got the flashlight on at the moment, but it's operated by this one button on the tail switch. So on, off, and actually starts in moonlight mode. And it's very hard to even tell the flashlight is on, if you're really in a dark area or something like that, which is why in the start of the video I got confused. I was wondering if the light was actually switched on or not. It's actually because it starts in moonlight. So anyway, yeah, you turn the light on and off, and it starts always in moonlight mode. And if you want to change modes, basically you half press the button, goes from low, medium, high, and then back to moonlight. So you got, moonlight, low, medium, high, back to moonlight again. And basically from any of those modes, so say if you're in moonlight mode and you double tap, then you can go into turbo. So if you're here, back to moonlight mode again, say we're in low mode or even medium mode, if you double tap, straight into that turbo mode. And if you want to go straight into the strobe mode, you just basically turn the flashlight on and triple click 1, 2, 3, and on. So it's kind of got this variable strobe. It's slow and then quick. It's kind of annoying, which is, I guess, the point of strobe mode in the first place. But yeah, it always starts in that moonlight mode, which I think is a good feature for EDC sort of carry. Again, some of you might prefer it to start in high mode or something like that, but I use this mostly around the house, and it just makes it easier so that if I pick it up at night, I'm not going to blind myself by switching the thing on. This light is the perfect length for my hand. So as you can see, I can grip the entire battery tube and still have a bit of the button sticking out the back there to turn that light on and off. Feels ergonomic and quite natural to use. So in terms of batteries, this is the first 14500 cell flashlight that I've owned and used. Now my FT01 came with a vape cell, a 10 amp vape cell. I think I've heard of this brand before. I don't know all too much about it, but it's the same size as a AA cell, 1000 milliamp hours. What does it say here? 10 amp maximum discharge. So yeah, quite impressive for a little battery like this. And pop that straight back in. And there is no onboard charging. So for those of you who are looking to buy this flashlight, you're going to need an external charger. They're pretty inexpensive. I think about $10 you can get one online. Some of these chargers, they charge different batteries as well. I recommend one of those instead. Alrighty, so let's talk a bit about performance. And I'm going to start just with some notes on the beam profile. Now I did mention this before already, but it has this nice combination of throw and flood. But the cool thing is that the beam actually, it's really difficult to see it on camera, but basically the blend between that spot in the center and the flood is really smooth and natural. There's no rings, and I think that's got something to do with the reflector, just that design of that reflector again. 1250 lumens, The flashlight is rated. I think that's more than enough for a little flashlight like this, especially for EDC usage. But one of the most impressive things I found was that measuring this flashlight on turbo, I actually measured 12,850 candela at 5 meters. So that is roughly 226 meters of throw on turbo. So I think that's pretty impressive for a reflector flashlight like this, especially because it's so shallow. I mean, some would say that, with the diameter of a head this large, you'd expect it to really throw a lot more. It seems to be designed more for aesthetics and just for general EDC usage, but again, I think it throws pretty far for what it is. So I took some measurements of the color temperature and the color rendering index using my Opal Lightmaster Pro. I got a 97 to 99 color rendering index for all modes, which is really impressive. And those of you who are not certain or not sure about what that is, basically it's how well you can identify colors with the flashlight illuminating something. And some lights have a very low color rendering index, and it just washes out all that color and makes it look just kind of difficult to identify what the proper colors are. So if you need it for work, or maybe you're a photographer or something like that, this is the perfect LED that you can get that covers all bases, and also measured the color temperature and got a consistent 5000K across all modes. So very impressive. So overall, things that I liked: the beam, as I mentioned before, nice and smooth, decent throw. I think the high CRI just makes it perfect for professional use. We need to identify colors. It's quite a unique flashlight, and it has this retro sci-fi feel about it. And it's interesting how it can transform as well into a nice looking lamp with the included diffuser. I don't know of any other light out there that can turn into a little lamp like that. It's just, I think, one of these lights that you got to have if you're a collector, if you're looking for something a little bit different, even if you're looking for a gift or for a family member, because they're fairly inexpensive compared to some other flashlights out there. And it almost looks like a custom-made flashlight because it's so uniquely designed. So yeah, overall I'm really impressed. The only thing I wished is that the diffuser, I wish it just snapped on a little bit more firm. So you can see here it kind of wobbles around. You can lift it up. Works okay, but yeah, more of a nitpicky kind of thing. It's very practical to use as an EDC as well. I mean, of course, the head is probably a little bit larger, but it does throw significantly further than most other EDCs I've seen out there. It's definitely the perfect blend of modern electronics in a nostalgic looking shell. And yeah, there's just so many lights out there that have the same design, the same color, and they tend to just copy each other. So I really respect it when companies like Mateminco come up with a uniquely styled and designed flashlight like this. It really stands out. So if you're interested in looking at this flashlight or purchasing it, there's more information in the description. I've linked both of the models, the one with the SFN43 and the one with the 519 LED. So have a look there. If you like this video and you found it helpful, make sure you click the like button. That helps me get my videos out to more people. And if you want to see me make more videos, some more review videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button.